So my best friend Jason is getting married. You remember Jason, right?
Yeah, sort of.
You saw him last time. So he's going to be getting married, and we're really hoping that he could have good luck, good fortune, have a really, really strong marriage, and they can be together forever and be really happy. And of course, you're definitely invited to come.
Oh, really? I'm invited?
Huh? No, I'm not talking to you.
You're not talking to me?
I'm talking to Batty.
Why are you talking to a bat?
Well, if you talk to a bat and tell him like something that's big, a big event in your life or something like that, then he will help bring good luck and good fortune.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was bees.
Oh, really? But bats, like, they're good luck, right? In Chinese culture, right?
蝙蝠带来福气，可能吧，但是没有人会这样子跟蝙蝠讲话。
I've told him so many of my life events, and he's always helped me get through them. And my life is just great, and all the people around me. So
wait.
It really works. Isn't that right, Batty? Isn't that right?
The bat is invited, and I'm not invited?
Because you don't even know Jason. Do you?
Oh, that's true. Which Jason?
Never mind. Obviously, you don't know. So just Batty and me are going. So, all right, why don't we get into today's lesson, okay? Say bye-bye, Batty. Bye, boy. Boy. Come on.
If you've ever experienced great joy or sorrow, then you probably understand the importance of sharing your news with others during emotional times. But surprisingly, for some beekeepers, news of events such as births, weddings, and funerals is also shared with the bees. In the 18th century, the practice of telling the bees about a significant event started to become common in the US and Western Europe. While the traditions varied, bees were always told about a death in the family.
Welcome to Live Interactive English. I'm Hanny.
Hello, everybody. I am Shane, and welcome our guest host, Batty.
Hi, Batty.
So Batty's going to be helping us out, make sure the lesson goes smoothly.
他不会咬人
No, he's very friendly. Aren't you, Batty?
Oh, okay. Okay, so for our Cloze test this month, we have an article and the title is The Tradition.
Oh, you're asking me. I thought you were asking Batty. Okay, the tradition of telling the bees, not the bats.
Right. 好，那我们来看看这篇文章是关于要告诉蜜蜂一些消息，好特别哦。So why don't we get started?
Okay, if you've ever experienced great joy or sorrow, then you probably understand the importance of sharing your news with others during emotional times.
Oh, definitely.
I definitely do.
Well, whenever I'm happy or sad, I want to share the feelings with my friends or
Your pets?
Yeah, right. 好，那我们来看看这边有个单字是 sorrow.
Sorrow, right. So sorrow, here's a noun. It's the feeling of being very sad because something very bad has happened.
Right.
It's quite formal to use the word sorrow.
这是比较正式的字，就是悲伤、哀伤的那种感觉。那我们平常就会讲说I feel sad 或者是 sadness.
Right.
对，那 sorrow 就会比较正式的感觉。那我们来看看一个例句。
So for example, you could say, she felt great sorrow when her pet bird died.
哦，宠物走了就会感到很难过、很悲伤。
But if we're just talking with people, I'd say she felt really sad when her pet bird died.
哦，对，所以口语我们就说 she felt very sad， 像这样就可以了。好，再看下一个单词是 emotional，and it's an adjective.
Right. So we know emotions are just feelings, right? So emotional is just causing people to feel strong emotions.
哦，所以 emotion 它是情感、情绪的意思。那这边是它的形容词，就可以描述激起强烈情感的啊。感情的啊，跟情绪有关的，所以如果我们说 It was a very emotional wedding, everyone cried， 那就是说这场婚礼很动人，会激起大家情感，对不对 ？Well, I get emotional at weddings. I always cried at weddings.
Do you always cry at weddings?
我觉得我甚至会比新娘先哭。
Really? Wow, you are a very emotional person.
Yes, I am. Okay, let's continue reading.
But surprisingly, for some beekeepers, news of events such as births, weddings, and blank is also shared with the bees.
OK， 好，我们来看看这个句子它说什么哦。好，这个题目的意思是，但令人意外的是，对某些养蜂人来说，像出生、婚礼和空格等重大事件的消息，也会与蜂分享。好，句子里面这个 beekeeper 就是养蜂人。那么这边是在考我们名词，我们来看选项喽。So our options are
A. Vehicles.
就是交通工具或是车辆。
B. Funerals.
是葬礼的意思。
C. Reactions.
表示反应啊、回应、反应能力，这常用复数型。
D. Neighborhoods.
就是邻近地区啊、街区、街坊的意思。那这四个选项应该就只有葬礼是像这种出生、婚礼之类的重大事件，其他三个选项语义都不符合，我们就当然选 B. Funerals.
Okay.
So the correct sentence is.
But surprisingly, for some beekeepers, news of events such as births, weddings, and funerals is also shared with the bees.
Not the bats.
Not the bats. Well, it depends. For some beekeepers, maybe it is bats. They said some, not
Are you
all.
a bat keeper? Bat keeper.
If you have a lot of bats, are you a bat keeper? Good question.
好了，那我们继续来看下一句。他说
In the 18th century, the practice of telling the bees about a significant event started to become common in the US and Western Europe.
好，我们这边要先补充一下 practice， 在这边不是练习哦，不是像你钢琴练习啊、打球练习这种，在这边它是指惯例、做法或是常规，我们可以说 common practice， 那就是个常见做法。好，那我们这一个单字叫做 significant。So what does it mean?
So significant just means very important or like big enough to be noticed, right? Or having a particular meaning.
哦，所以它就是说，可能是有特殊意义的啊，或者它形容它是重要的，有这些意思，所以你可以把它想成是 very important 那种意思。Okay, so for example,
in history class, we talked about the significant events of World War II.
哦，像二次世界大战这样就是一个重大事件，重要的事件。Okay, and then continue reading.
Okay. While the traditions blank, bees were always told about a death in the family.
好，他说啊，虽然这些传统空格，但蜜蜂一定会被告知家中有人过世。哦，所以我们这边是考动词哦。我们来看看选项 ，Our options are
A. Graduated.
那就是毕业啊，授予什么什么学位或者是晋升的意思。
B. Survived.
继续生存或是有幸存的意思。
C. Lowered.
就是降低、减少。
D. Varied.
那就是有差异，存在不同的地方，存在不同之处。那么刚刚说，但蜜蜂一定会被告知点点点点点，我们就可以推断空格里面这个会跟一定会怎么样，总是怎么样去呈现一个对比。所以最适合答案应该是 D varied， 就是去表达虽然这些传统有差异啊，存在不同的地方，但蜜蜂一定会被告知点点点点点，像这样。So the correct sentence is
While the traditions varied, bees were always told about a death in the family.
Wow.
So maybe that's kind of like one of the most significant events or important events that can happen in life.
没错，经历这种出生啊，或者死亡，这都是很重大的事件。所以你会想要跟，也许你养蜂人这个蜜蜂对他们来说就是生活中很重要一部分，他也会想要跟他们分享 ，right?
Yeah, and I'm really curious if maybe there is some a story or something, a belief that there was originally that bees somehow bring you to the afterlife or help in that way. Maybe originally that was there, so that's why it always has that element, right?
Oh, maybe so. Let's
okay.
think about it
during
the
our
break.
break. Okay.
Okay, let's take a break.
We'll just Google it.
A family member would place a black cloth over each beehive, knock once, and then deliver the bad news, often in the form of a song or poem. The practice likely originates from an ancient Celtic belief that bees are a bridge between our world and the spirit world. In the past, it was feared that neglecting to tell the bees could have serious consequences, such as causing them to leave, produce less honey, or even die. These days, most beekeepers choose to continue the practice simply as a sign of respect.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody.
Where is Betty?
He switched shoulders. You want to see things from a different angle. He was getting a little bit bored of just looking at you.
什么？你说什么？你说什么？
He wanted to see you from a different angle, to experience all your beauty from every angle.
好了，我也不想要蝙蝠对我有兴趣。Anyway, let's continue
You're gonna
reading.
have bad luck now.
Let's continue reading.
Okay, a family member would place a black cloth over each beehive, knock once, and then deliver the bad news, often blank, a song or poem.
听起来有点危险。
I don't think I want to knock on a beehive.
好，我们来看看他说什么。一名家族成员会在每个蜂巢上放一块黑布，敲一下，然后传达噩耗。那通常空格歌曲或诗歌。这边的 beehive 就是蜂巢啊、蜂箱的意思。这边是考我们片语介系词，我们来看选项喽。So our options are
A, in the form of.
就是形式为什么什么，以什么样的形式。
B, for the sake of.
表示为了什么缘故，看在什么的份上。
C, at the expense of.
就是以什么为代价，以牺牲什么什么的利益为代价，这样。
D, under the influence of.
这就可以表达受到什么的影响，在什么的影响下。好，那根据课文，它应该是要表达传达噩耗、告知噩耗的这个形式，通常是以歌曲或诗歌的形式。所以最适合答案就是 A, in the form of。那其他三个选项语义都不符合。So the correct sentence is
A family member would place a black cloth over each beehive, knock once, and then deliver the bad news, often in the form of a song or poem.
Wow, very poetic.
Wow.
You sing to the bees or read poems to the bees.
Yeah, it sounds very romantic, actually.
Yeah. Okay, and the practice likely originates from an ancient Celtic belief. 空格 Bees are a bridge between our world and the spirit world. 这不就像你前面讲的
That's what
吗？
I was saying. I was thinking there must be some type of connection of like them taking you from this world to the spirit world.
哦，没错，那所以他就是说这项做法很有可能源自古凯尔特的信仰。空格，蜜蜂是我们的世界与灵魂世界之间的桥梁。这边句子里面用到 originate 这个动词，就表示发源或是来自什么什么。我们常常就用 originate from 加名词表达。那么 Celtic 它是个形容词。
Right.
那就会是跟这个古代欧洲民族凯尔特人有关的。好，这边考我们 Celts 对 C-E-L-T-S 就可以表达这个民族这样子。那我们来看看选项哦，这边是考连接词哦。So our options are
A, how, B, that, C, which, and D, though.
好，我们看到前半句，他说 The practice likely originates from an ancient Celtic belief， 就是说这项做法很有可能是源自古凯尔特的信仰。那空格后面就是讲那个信仰的内容咯。Right， 所以我们这边就要填入一个可以引导名词子句来当 belief 同位语的连接词，只有 that 适合。听起来有点难啦，可是我们想想看，有一些像这个 belief or fact。或是 idea， 或是 truth，right？
Or
view 等等，他们可以表达这种讯息、事实、看法的名词，后面就常常会接 that 子句去说明它的内容，所以就要选 B that。其他选项语义跟用法都不符合。So the correct sentence is
The practice likely originates from an ancient Celtic belief that bees are a bridge between our world and the spirit world.
所以一座桥，在这边就是一个桥梁，连接两个世界的感觉。
So spooky.
Spooky， 好像毛毛的这样。Okay, let's continue reading.
In the past, it was feared that neglecting to tell the bees blank, such as causing them to leave, produce less honey, or even die.
好，这个句子是说，在过去，人们会担心若忘了告知蜜蜂空格，像是导致它们离开，产出的蜂蜜减少，甚或死亡。这边是考我们词组哦。那我们来看看选项。Our options are
A. Might create family crises.
A. 可能会产生家庭危机。老师刚刚念 crisis 是复数型，对不对 ？Plural form.
So the singular would be crisis.
Crisis 则是单数型。好，再来看到 B 选项。
B. Solved difficult social problems.
解决棘手的社会问题。
C. Went against age-old traditions.
违背古老的传统，那这边他说 go against 就是违反违背。那么 age old 感觉是年纪老的大的，他就是这边形容古老的。
Right, okay, and D could have serious consequences.
可能会有严重的后果。那么句子后半段呢，他所举的例子，像是导致他们离开，产出的蜂蜜减少，甚或死亡。哇，这些听起来都是不好的事。我们就可以推测最适合答案就是 D could have serious consequences， 可能会有严重后果。So the correct sentence is
In the past, it was feared that neglecting to tell the bees could have serious consequences, such as causing them to leave, produce less honey, or even die.
好，那我们这边有一个单字叫 neglect, right?
Neglect, yes.
It's a verb.
Right, it's a verb. It means to fail or forget to do something that you ought to do. Or to fail to give somebody attention.
Right.
Right.
所以它就有这种疏忽啊、忽视啊，或者是忽略的意思。所以如果当我们说 neglect to do something,
Right, it just means that you fail or forget to do something that you ought to do.
就你该做的事，你忘了做或是没做到这样子，就是忘记做某事。那我们来看一个例句吧。
Okay, for example, Nina reminded her son not to neglect his studies.
千万不能忽视学业哦。
Right.
好，那我们最后来看看文章怎么说。他说 ，These days, most beekeepers choose to continue the practice simply as a sign of respect.
It's just tradition now, right?
Right. 就是跟随传统继续做，延续这个做法做下来这样子。
So whether they actually believe it or not, who knows? But a lot of times that's what traditions are about. You do it to kind of respect the tradition that you're in. And beekeeping is a long history and long tradition.
Right. Are you going to pass this tradition to the next generation?
Absolutely. I'm doing that right now. So if you get yourself a bat, right, you can just tell them, what's going on in your life, and things should go smoothly.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a bat junior.
Yeah.
Batty junior.
Do you want to play with him? He's very friendly.
Next time.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
She doesn't like you. I don't know why.
If you've ever experienced great joy or sorrow, then you probably understand the importance of sharing your news with others during emotional times. But surprisingly, for some beekeepers, news of events such as births, weddings, and funerals is also shared with the bees. In the 18th century, the practice of telling the bees about a significant event started to become common in the US and Western Europe. While the traditions varied, bees were always told about a death in the family. A family member would place a black cloth over each beehive, knock once, and then deliver the bad news, often in the form of a song or poem. The practice likely originates from an ancient Celtic belief that bees are a bridge between our world and the spirit world. In the past, it was feared that neglecting to tell the bees could have serious consequences, such as causing them to leave, produce less honey, or even die. These days, most beekeepers choose to continue the practice simply as a sign of respect.
Steam seeps through the large steam basket at the front of Lao Long Shi while customers come in one after another. Founded in 1999, Lao Long Shi started out as a small shop only 10 square meters in size. Ray Long Shi, the founder, put great effort into running his business and thus made a reputation for Lao Long Shi pork buns, which is now a must-try for visitors to Lukang. At the age of 14, Mr. Shi took up an apprenticeship and began learning how to make traditional pastries. Mr. Shi was also interested in baking other types of pastries. He began learning how to make bread, cake, and pork buns. By fusing Chinese and Western baking methods, Mr. Shi improved the dough used for steamed buns and steamed rolls. The soft yet firm texture of the dough was a big hit. Fresh ham is used as the pork bun filling, which is added to chopped spring onions and mushrooms and flavored with special seasoning. When you chomp down on the pork bun, the juices and the aroma of the pork instantly fill your mouth, which is why Lao Long Shi's pork buns are also known as large soup buns. In addition to the most popular mushroom pork bun, Lao Long Shi's steamed savory cake is also a signature product. The savory cake is made of fresh eggs, sugar, flour, several secret ingredients, and completed with deep-fried shallots. This recipe creates a smooth and spongy texture, enhances the aroma of the eggs, balances sweetness and savoriness, and is the perfect representation of traditional Taiwanese food. To satisfy customers' demands, Mr. Shi developed twisted rolls with different flavored fillings, such as sesame, peanut, and red bean and butter, which are all made from top-quality ingredients and taste absolutely delicious. Those who like it simple should give the milk rolls a try. The texture and aroma of the milk roll are positively addictive.